Hey y'all, welcome back to my channels. So this is interactive session in episode 2. I'm here with my cousin Julian.
Hi guys.
So today we're gonna talk about like life in college and after college and stuff like that. So let's get right to the video. Julian, college is when you first go in college, you first see in your mind it's like one of those things you say, oh boy, college is not like high school, And then when you get to college, when I first got there, I found out that you have to use all types of personalities and all them things there. And then when I actually got in there, I was like, let's see. Makes sense now. Guess we'll learn this the hard way. So what was college like for you prior to you going there? After?
What do you mean afterlife?
Like when, like before you go into college and everything, like, or university and stuff like that, college university and stuff like that?
Well, I was excited to go to college, to be honest. And because I went to sixth form, it wasn't strange to me because it was like I had a little prep, a pre-start to it. So I was used to the culture already, so it wasn't something foreign to me. I got a chance to get over that in sixth form, so I can just say I was really excited for college. My first year was fun, but second year, third year, fourth year, um, not so fun, but it was just a mixture, really.
Yeah, when I first got in there, I went to sixth form as well, so I kind of have like a prep as well, and then I went to Distinction College. So I did some CSC service over. So I took a longer route to get to college. Actually, I went to Money College 2018, so like prior, so I knew what Money College looked like and thing. And then I actually really started in 2019. I heard of this course of management information systems. I wanted to do IT course. There was no burner. So when I was in high school, when I tried to pick my subjects, there was no way what subject I wanted to pick. I chose IT, social, history, and all those subjects. And I did English and math, of course. So I had to take the longer route to get to college. I wasn't sure I could make it there, to be honest, because of all everything. But I would say this: if you don't give up long enough, you'll first to get there. So first year for me was crazy. I found that the first year is the hardest year. It was like adjusting and everything. And then second year, it's like for me personally, got even more crazy and crazier. But I would say I've learned a lot from being in college. Would you say the same?
I would say yes, I've learned a lot. And I think college is a good place to network. And, networking really helps to make life a bit easier, especially when you're trying to get jobs. It helps. And one thing I'd recommend that before you graduate, it's good to start sending out your resumes so that by chance, as you leave, you have something to go in if that's what you choose to do. But if you plan to take a break, nothing is wrong with that. But I would, for someone that's looking for a job right out of college, I'd say to start applying before you graduate. Do not wait.
I mean, it makes sense to plan ahead of time, as I was trying to say, off screen. Like I said, you have to plan ahead of time, especially when you go, as you go along. You want to plan ahead of time because things does change up. Like, for example, I had face to face and now turned to online. So I had to prep for that. It was challenging doing online stuff. And I realized right then and then, like, yeah, some people drop out of college because of online. I'm like, ooh, online is more worse than I thought. So it takes your mental strength and stuff. And when you get back to face now, after being away for so long, now you have to adjust that again. You're like, oh man, again. And when I was doing these exams, most of the time the structure of it keep changing up, and I'm like, y'all keep it steady. Just switch up every minute. I have to keep switching up and change my mindset and everything and stuff like that. So what was it like for you doing exams during college in general?
Um, I'd say like any other exam, you have to study, and sometimes you don't feel like studying, and you have to. Well, for me personally, so I had to fight sometimes to study, but what I tried to do was to review my work before exams. So I didn't wait till when I had exams. That's when I was trying to cram everything. So I tried to study a bit throughout the semester. So it wasn't that bad when it came to the exam time. I did a lot of swatting right before exam as well, and that helped sometimes. And then, I mean, there was one time that I thought I was going to fail at exam. Mentally, some afraid. I felt so bad because I did not want to do over another exam because I had taken out student loan, and if you fail, that's additional money, and I honestly did not want to increase that debt. So I tried to pass, and I did pass everything, thank God. But exams, nerve wracking sometimes, but sometimes if you're prepared enough, you'd feel confident.
Yeah, preparation for exam was challenging for me because most of the time, especially during the stretch of a semester, most of the time mentally I was drained, and I'm like a lot of times I'm like, I'm done with this. I can't bother. A lot of times I just didn't want to study, but like, so I didn't want to fail these courses, and most of these courses for me personally was challenging. So I'm like, all right. And I remember my first year, I was mentally drained and everything, and I was like, how am I gonna prepare for these exams? No, because I'm mentally drained. I'm done. I said to our lecturer, I said, listen, I just waited for the second semester. Can't wait for it. I didn't have exam. I didn't do the exam first at the time, so I had to dig down deep and say, all right, I have to just squat if I have to. So that's even now when I have exam next Monday, I've been doing that. I've been multitasking. Like I said, off screen at the end, I look through the notes, I squat, and even before exam, I will do the same thing just to try to make sure I'm mentally ready for it. Because I believe when you go in the exam, you want to go in the exam early, so then you have time to suck it down. If you're going in late, you won't have time for that. You just have to go straight to it. So, I mean, so which time you would prefer exam, morning or afternoon?
Definitely afternoon.
I mean, I would say the same. It doesn't matter to me personally, but I would say in the afternoon because at least I have more time to prepare and stuff like that. But for me, it doesn't matter if I have exam in the morning or afternoon. If I have exam in the morning, then that simply means I have to go to bed a little earlier than normal. Wake up early in the morning, get up, and then do my thing, and then get to school, and then try to get to the exam early. If it's afternoon, no, at least you can leave at a certain amount of time, like 10 o'clock, for example, depends where you're at, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I thought I would fail most of my courses somewhere because that's how Chinese was, like I said, but I ended up passing most of them despite all of the craziness. But I would say to make it this far, it really means a lot. So when you had reached the final year in college and everything, how you had felt at the time? Did you feel relieved, good, stuff like that?
I felt relieved, but I also felt anxious because I did not really know what the future held, or yeah. I mean, I'd went to a job fair. I went to UTEC, by the way, and they normally had like a job fair every year, and I did that, and I did a couple interviews. Some I felt confident about, others not so much, and that was how I got my first job right out of college. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah, so I was relieved, but at the same time anxious.
Yeah, it makes sense because when the work gets hard and everything naturally, so it's really natural to feel anxious and relief. It meant a lot to me, as I said. I even feel anxious now because I'm in reach the last stop and now I'm like, this thing gets really, I know. Now I'm at the highest level of pressure, and once I said when I did this pressure in the video, when you're under pressure, you either you crack or you thrive under pressure. One or two of them. So stuff like this that's going on, the pressure rises. You'll be under pressure of jump pretty much because of the money and stuff like that. I wanted to go to UTEC at first, it's not like money college was even my first choice, but after a while, my money college environment, I started to like the environment to a point where I said, you know what, I'll stick around. Despite the ups and downs I had there, despite stuff. So I said, I'm gonna stick around and be sticking around ever since. I'm like, I want to graduate here. And even if I want to go somewhere else to do something and come back, I'll probably go to an CCJ institution if I necessarily have to, and then do whatever, and then come back to Monica and graduate and stuff. But now I have to take the longer route to graduate now because I failed two courses, and when I did those exams, I didn't feel good, and I was like, wrong timing to not feel good doing these exams. I always tell you this, these exams are like CXC. They set a time, you have to try to get it regardless. If you miss an exam, you're just missing. You have to do it next year, stuff like that. Try to provide explanation of why you miss it won't make any sense. As I said, off screen, excuses don't work. You'll learn that when you get to college and everything. So, did you went to sports day during your time at UTEC or not really?
Hmm. Yeah, I went to activities that we would have. I was a spectator, so I did. Got the free shirts and all them stuff. My favorite part. And yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I went to sports day. The last school year sports I went to the first one before the whole thing came about. Yes, I went to that sports day. It was really good. I was spectating for most of the time. Even though that sports year, I was observing most part. Got 4 houses in college. And a lot of times, they'll just put you in a house. It's not like you get a choice. Pick which house you want to be in. They'll just put you in a house. They did the same thing in high school. They put you in a house or whatever. So, yeah, yeah, activities there. Now, yeah, this whole fair just first, and I didn't get to go to because I had this seminar that I wanted to go to. So, I was just like, all right, change the plan. I'm just go to that seminar. And then, yeah, so did you like join a club in college or not really?
Yeah, I did. I joined multiple clubs. I was a part of a fashion club. I was a part of Rotary Club. I was a part of marketing club. Hmm, I'm trying to remember if there were any others. I guess there was one more, but I think that was mandatory. But the one that I was most active in is, or was, was Rotaract, and I am still active in Rotaract. Still, join a club, guys. Join a club.
Yeah, joining a club is important to try for your resume and thing. Having experience as when you go into build your resume is really important. I joined a club. I joined a club first at orientation, and around the school year, I find I joined another one. I joined a games club. I love games, so from that club, I was like, you know what, no brainer. If that is club early, I'ma join it. So I joined the club and stuff like that. Played some games like Uno, Dominoes. It was really fun playing those games. Actually, I enjoy playing Dominoes. I enjoy playing Uno. That's really a good game as well and stuff like that. So, but you can learn a lot when you join a club and everything. So, what was the moment where you reached in college and you realized you could have made it to the finish line?
Um, Not sure. Come again.
Like, you started college. Like, when do you realize like you'll be like, oh, I can actually finish college? That's what I actually meant, really.
I'm not sure. I always had the notion that I would finish when I was supposed to finish, because what I did, I made sure to know what courses I needed to do and which ones needed prerequisites, and how much I needed to do to finish my degree in the what's that time? The allotted time. I mean, if I had more money, I would have finished in like 3 years instead of 4. I mean, they give you 4 years to complete the degree, but I feel as if I had went to schools in summer. I had went on the traveling program, work and travel program. I would also recommend that as well to persons to go on it, to meet new people, to make money, especially. But I think sometimes it is a good experience, sometimes it's not, but I would encourage persons to do so if they can. But with how I planned things, I knew that I would graduate. So, I mean, I wasn't really excited. I think I was just neutral about it. I was just kind of, as I said, I was relieved, but also anxious about what next.
I was second, third year. After my second year particular, when second year was super crazy, and I ran for SR and stuff like that. Well, so the relationship I was running for, and I managed to get to all of that craziness. After my second year, I was like to myself, my reason was just, hey, I'm gonna finish this one way or another. I was like, I don't care what happens. Even if it happened to whatever, I just don't remember I'm gonna finish one way or another because I just have to. I finished college, I finished primary, I finished high school, so why can't I not finish college, So college is hard, it's challenging, it's a lot of stuff, but I made this for this all of this craziness, so I've learned a lot on this whole thing. So actually we're gonna do another video, so I'm gonna end this video before it reaches a certain mark. So end of this video, y'all. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification for upcoming videos.